Well, good morning and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. Now, the two plants here that have been good in the time, but not doing very much at all now, not growing very much or anything. So I thought we'd have a look at these today. Now, this one is a Cattleya goldiana. Absolutely beautiful flowers on these it used to have. And it hasn't flowered now for, what, 2.5 years, something like that. And the other one is an epidendrum ciliare, and that hasn't, well, that has flowered on and off, but with some very terrible flowers. But years ago, this did very, very well. So I'm going to take these out of the pots one by one and have a good look at them and see what's going on. And we'll start off with the epidendrum, I think. Two, three. Well, it's a cold day today here. It's only about 9 degrees outside, but I hope it gets a little bit warmer than that next week. Anyhow, that's an epidendrum ciliare, and it hasn't done much. Let's have a look at it. Oh, I've seen some new roots growing, but on a very old sugar bulb, and it's stuck in a pot somewhere. Well, I can't grumble about the roots. Oh, we'll have a look at these properly. Well, these roots look pretty good. They're all hard, maybe kept a little too wet, I think. And look at this old silver bulb here, coming out with some there. So how do I plant this? I don't know. And it looks like there's another growth coming up there. So I'm quite pleased with this one. Yep, that should be okay, I think, if I get it planted properly. So we'll just put this on one side for the time being, and we'll throw away all the compost and put some new stuff in, and I'll take this indoors, this pot, and give it a good wash. So that's the goldiana. So let's now have a look at the, no it's not, that's the epidendrum. So now let's have a look at the goldiana. Well, there it is, and that's where it's flowered from before, and the leaves are lovely and green, and the leaves on the new growth are almost purple. Now some say that's a good sign, but I'm not quite sure whether it is or not. Maybe too much light, I don't know. Anyway, we'll take this out of its pot and have a look at this root system. Needs a little bit of clean up there. Yeah, the roots look fine on here too, I think, but I haven't felt them to see if they're dead or what. But we'll clean it all up. Ah, see the point here. Oh, that's some. That's a little bit of mealy that's died. It just wants brushing off with a toothpaste. I'll do that. A toothbrush. Because I noticed that yesterday, so I'll give them a good spray. And I'll clean all this up, all these white bits off here, and we'll have a look what it's like. Bit of coconut also, which is stuck to. But all the roots don't look bad. Maybe it just wants splitting this into two plants, I don't know. We'll have a look anyhow and see what's what. Yeah, there's quite a few dead roots on, so it'll need a decent clean up this. Yeah, there's a new growth coming down. It's been surrounded by mealybug. Can you see it around that new growth there? Now that's either mealybug or Bois de Val scale. And if it's Bois de Val scale, it should be dead now, but I'll get the toothbrush and give her a brush if it comes off. Well, I've got a nice soft toothbrush here, so we'll just give it. Oh, I can't hold the plant. How am I going to do this? I'll see if I can do it with the camera. Well, that's about as near as I can get. So we'll give it a brush and see what happens. Yep, all coming off. All dead. See if there's any more. Now if that had been Bois de Val scale, you wouldn't have got rid of it that easily. Right, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to clean up, take all these white sheaths off or what have you, clean the plant up, remove a lot of the dead roots, and then I'll come back to you and we'll see what it's like then. Well, I've cleaned the gold yarn up and I'm left with 3 pieces. One with 3 fat bulbs on. I've had to trim the roots off, there were no roots on the bottom there, but if I plant that up on its own, I think it could start again growing. This is the main piece I'm keeping because I found out there's another growth there. You can see it there coming up, and that was underneath the white sheaths. Oh, there's another one at the side of it there coming up too, and another one at the back there. So that's 3 new growths on there coming up, so that should be fine. And on this one, there was a new growth coming up there, but I caught it with the, where is it? I caught it with my fingers and knocked it off. There. I really knocked it off. So we'll pop these 3 up, put them all new labels in, and we'll see what we're left with. And then I'll pop the epidendrum up and have a look at that one. Well, that pot will accommodate that plant, and I was just going to put some holes in here, and I find out my soldering iron I've had for about 50 years just won't work anymore. So I can't put any holes in that, and I only used it a couple of days ago, but today it won't work. Now that's how things go, isn't it? Eh? You say one thing and the opposite happens. That'll accommodate the 3 bulbs, that'll accommodate the 4 bulbs, and that'll accommodate the epidendrum. And I've got some new bark here with perlite and what do you call it, charcoal. So we'll pop these all up and have a look at them afterwards. 1, 2, 3. Right, we'll pop the epidendrum up first. Make sure it goes in properly. This is a root that's, I don't know where, yeah, that goes in there. And I've just got to make it so that these new root growths are just on top of the new boy. It gives them enough time to bury themselves in. Make sure all the gaps are filled up. And lift it up a little bit. Put some more bark in. I like having holes in all these pots because after all they are epiphytes, aren't they? All of them. Apart from your deezers and things like that. They're all epiphytes. So they need the water, they need a little feed, and they need plenty of air to the roots. Right, that's that one. I think if I let it go it'll fall over. And as you can see, I've left the new roots that are growing just on top of the compost. Well, that's that potted up, the epidendrum. So I've just left the, if I can see, the new roots there, just about covering the top of the compost. So hopefully that'll do fine. To do with the shock, I'm not going to water these for 24 hours. Just let them dry out a little bit, and then I'll give them a good water, and that should do for my holidays. Well, there they are, all potted up, so fingers crossed now that at least a couple of them will take off. I think the epidendrum will be okay, and one of the goldianas. Now if the others take off, that'll be a bonus. So that's all I'm doing today. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.